In this video, we're going to measure air. How to calculate CFM. There are many instruments that read CFM directly, but there are also a number of equations that you can use to calculate CFM on the system that you are working on. Just last week, I was talking to a tech, and we determined that the problem was airflow. And I was asking him to check his CFM, and he had no idea how to do that. So hopefully these few slides will give you an indication of how you can check CFM on a system that you're working on. Using the temperature rise method, we can calculate CFM on an electric air handler. You will need to take an amp reading, a voltage reading, and the temperature rise through the furnace. By plugging the readings that you took into this equation, you can get your approximate CFM on that system. For a gas appliance such as a gas furnace, you will need to know your BTU input of the furnace. To do this, one of the common ways to find the input on the furnace is to clock the gas meter. If you're not familiar with that process, we have a video on that too. Once you obtain the BTUs per hour of the furnace, you plug that into the equation, and you'll also need to know the efficiency rating of the furnace that you're working on. Working this equation, you can come to the approximate CFM of this gas furnace. Another method to calculate CFM is to take traverse readings. We have done videos on airflow where we talk about taking a pitot tube and manometer and taking readings through the ductwork and then calculating those readings together to get your feet per minute, and then calculating your CFM with this formula of area times velocity. You can also do just a single point approximation where you take a pitot tube reading and multiply it by 0.9, which will give you your velocity pressure. And then you can work it into this equation to find your CFM. Another quick method is to use the pressure drop method, where you take a reading across a coil with your pitot tube and manometer, and then you go to the manufacturer's performance data table and find your pressure drop on that table, which will read out your approximate CFM for that unit.
Go to arefco.com for more videos, like, subscribe, and check back every week for new videos.